All right, well, we're looking at what we have here at the end of the day for chipping. We got most of the yard over here cleared out. I still got a little pile right here. We got a pile there that's going to go to the big chipping place. And I think the next step is going to be, we're going to bring the trailer down and we're going to take most of this to the yard waste facility and let the 20 or 24 inch chipper, whatever it is they have, take care of the rest of this, because I don't really want any more mulch out here. So that might be 2 trips, but that's not going to be too bad. And then we are going to be done with the small stuff. All right, let's go take a look around back. We got some lovely crocuses, I believe, coming up over here by the flower garden. That's our first green in the yard of the year. And the progress continues. Look at that beautiful blue sky. It was a fantastic day today. Got up to about 60. I think we're going to be about the same tomorrow, but we will not be here tomorrow. We've got another different project working on tomorrow. And then Saturday we're supposed to get 1 inch to 1.5 inches of rain. All right. Progress. I like it. Alright, well, we're here at the yard waste drop-off, and this wall you can see behind me, this is the regular drop-off. And if you look over here, this is just the general area for bringing stuff in. And we're going to drop all this off. It's $26 to bring in a trailer load. This is pretty heavy. It's not too bad. But once we get done with this, I'm going to take you guys over to the other side. I'm going to show you what came in from one storm last year. We had a pretty big one in our area. I personally brought 2 different trees over here that fell, and we'll take a look at that. But in the meantime, I'll show you guys the unloading process, and we'll go from there. Generally speaking, here at the yard waste facility, once you get done unloading, a bulldozer is going to come over and grab everything that's just laying higgledy-piggledy out here on the ground and push it up into really large stacks. And looking straight out from where I'm standing, behind this pile is the high-grade commercial chipper that they've got out that just munches whole trees. It doesn't even slow down when it's going with brush like this. It's just a continuous plume running off. Right now, as I'm unloading this trailer, it's really nice because there's no one else here, and I don't have to worry about someone standing nearby or hitting their car with debris or any of the things that I would normally have to be concerned with while I'm unloading out here. At some point, it would be really nice to be able to get all of this stuff out and use a dump trailer to do it, but for right now, I just don't have a place to park it, so I'm unloading everything here by hand. Some of the reasons that I took on this specific property in this process were the yard, the condition of the property, the price, of course, that I got it at was fantastic, and we'll talk more about that in detail once I get some other paperwork things finished. But this property is a prime example of I'm doing things that technology that was a little bit better would help me save a lot of time and a lot of effort in this. A dump trailer would be one of the biggest factors in the amount of time that I spend on a lot of these manual projects. And you'll notice a lot of these sections in the back are very square as they're being dropped off. That's generally because the dump trailer can do everything I'm doing here by hand in just a few minutes. Now, being that this truck is a 1500 and the transmission for it, it's got 270,000 miles on this vehicle. And while the transmission is in great shape, pulling a dump trailer that is a lot heavier than this trailer that I'm using now adds a lot of additional strain to the vehicle. And Cost-wise and space-wise, the dump trailer just has not been an option that I have chosen to take. They're everywhere. You can get one that day if you're willing to go out and pay the price for it. You could buy a brand new one from anywhere between $10,000 to $16,000, depending on what dump size and capacity you're looking for. But there's a lot of this as I'm clearing this trailer out where I'm only working for the most part with just sticks and branches, and unfortunately in a couple of spots here, the reason why I'm wearing gloves is because there are these sticker bushes that seem to have quite the reaction once I get a sticker from them, and they're hooked so they'll actually break off on your fingers. So not having that type of encounter every time you go to move brush would be great, but it's not necessary. You can do this with a flat trailer. Bringing these things in, especially when we're talking about sticks and branches like this, is just a matter of effort, and that's the route that I'm going with this project. But I also want to make sure that I'm not wasting time on this, and as long as it makes sense, then that's the route we can go. Hopefully that calculus will change in the future, maybe on one of the next properties that we're looking at. I don't think you're really going to be able to get the scale of this. This pile of rocks right here off in the distance is probably about 12 feet tall. And then from right there all the way down to that far back point that's way over here, this all came from one storm. And it looks like the city's been pretty busy grinding up what we normally bring in with the big grinders. This doesn't look like it's moved much since last June. So there's acres and acres of trees here, 15, 16 feet tall, that was pushed up with the dozers just from one storm. And I've personally got 2 trees over there that both of them were about 24 to 27 inches in diameter. Yeah, it was quite wild. All right, let's get back to work.